What's up, guys? Nick here, and it's that time of the year again, E3, where game developers show off their upcoming and new games to the public. Now, we're going to be talking about Nintendo's E3 as it is coming out with a direct on Tuesday, which I'll probably show off my live reaction to. But before that, I'm gonna talk about my predictions like I usually do every year. There really isn't much to go on because the past years Nintendo actually say what they're gonna show off or what the main highlight's gonna be. Like last year it was Smash Ultimate. They're like, oh, we're gonna show off Smash Ultimate along with other Switch games. Then the year before that they said, oh, we're gonna show off Super Mario Odyssey and other Switch games. Then the year before that it was Breath of the Wild. But this year is kind of weird. They only say, oh, we're going to show off Switch games coming out in 2019. Now, that's kind of weird because they don't even name one game that they're going to show off. So we have nothing to go off of, which is kind of weird. But we're going to set predictions because everything could be wrong or everything could be right. I don't know. But we have nothing to go off of. So, yeah. Anyway, I think since they do say they're only going to show off games that are coming out in 2019, I think that automatically puts out games like Metroid Prime 4 or even Bayonetta 3 maybe, because those games haven't been announced that they're coming out this year, and I don't think they are going to come out this year. Maybe Bayonetta 3 because if you don't know, Metroid Prime 4 actually had to start over because instead of Bandai Namco, they were like, yeah, we can't do this. We're gonna do something else, and Retro Studios you can take over like you usually do. So they had to start completely over. So I don't think that's gonna come out this year, and because of that, also we probably won't get a trailer, sadly, or a title or anything. Seeing that they do say in their schedule lineup that they're only going to be showing off games of 2019, but they always surprise us by not doing that. Because I think they did that like back when they announced like Breath of the Wild. They're like, oh yeah, we're just going to show off Breath of the Wild, but they actually showed off a bunch of other stuff in E3 2015, I think. So yeah, it's always a possibility. You never know with Nintendo. But my first prediction is going to be Animal Crossing, which we got announced back in, I think, last year almost, which was September 13th Direct, or something like that, September Direct, whatever it was, where they announced it initially along with Isabelle coming to Smash, and they did say it is coming out this year in 2019. Now we have no title, no gameplay, nothing. All we have is that it was a working in progress and that it was definitely coming to Switch this year. They might delay it, I don't know, but it does seem like they are still sticking with 2019 because we have no information of a delay, but maybe at E3 this year we will get either a delay or some gameplay or a title, just something definitely from Animal Crossing. And I think it might be the main highlight of this year's E3, as last year was Ultimate. I think this year might be Animal Crossing showing off the new mechanics, the new like maybe villagers, the art style, maybe like a bunch of other stuff like that. So that's my first prediction. My second prediction is Fire Emblem Three Houses, as we got information about that kind of in the February Direct, where they showed off a good amount of time actually on Fire Emblem Three Houses, but they didn't really show off, I guess, everything, because we still don't know a lot about that game. I think we've seen screenshots and stuff that weren't part of the Direct, and yeah, I think it's definitely going to be a little bit of a focus similar to Animal Crossing, because Fire Emblem has a big franchise, and as we already have so many characters in Smash Bros, you can tell it has a pretty big fan base, and I'm pretty excited for it too. I loved Fates and I loved Awakening, so Definitely would like to see how Three Houses is gonna work. Although we have seen gameplay and we have seen, I don't think we have a release date, but I think it is 2019. And yeah, it's gonna be cool to see, cause like I said, I like Fire Emblem, and it's looking good already. So yeah, it's better than Animal Crossing because, well, not better as a game, but like it's better because like we have already gameplay. So I don't think they're gonna spend too much time on it. But we definitely have a title, we have a release date, I think, and we have a lot of gameplay. So it's definitely a lot more than Animal Crossing. So I think it's not gonna show off too much of Fire Emblem Three Houses. As the main focus, like I said, is gonna probably be Animal Crossing. But yeah, another thing that they're probably gonna show off is the 2 Platinum games that we're getting, which I think Astral Chain, I think is coming out this summer. I think they said. I forget what they exactly said on the direct, but I don't think we have an exact release date. But I think it is coming out this year, and it looks really good. I definitely liked seeing it back in the February direct, and would love to see more of it and a official release date and stuff like that. It's definitely giving me those Xenoblade Chronicles X vibes, which I love the gameplay of that. Not so much the story, but gameplay was really good, and I'm really hoping that they show off more of it and give us a release date and all that stuff. Then the other Platinum games that they're working on is Bayonetta 3, as we first got confirmation of that back in the Game Awards of 2017, and so it's almost been 2 years since we got a trailer. We haven't had any gameplay of that. We haven't had like a official title, even though I think it's just going to be Bayonetta 3. But we don't have a release date or anything. All we got was a trailer, and that was it. So hopefully we get gameplay. Hopefully we get some story involved, seeing what it is. Because last time it was Jean getting killed and going to hell, and Bayonetta trying to save her. So I wonder what it's going to be this time, as Bayonetta is shown in the trailer of the Game Awards, where she's like shot by some guy, and then just her leg gets like dislocated or something. She just falls to the ground, and it was a very mysterious trailer, and yet we have no information about it. So hopefully we'll get some more information about it at E3 this year. Anyway, moving on to Smash Bros. Of course, Smash Bros. Is probably going to be shown off, as it's already announced that there is a tournament, I think on Saturday, and I don't know if they're going to be showing off it there, or if they're going to be showing it off at E3. Who knows, because I remember last year they did Splatoon 2, they actually announced the Octo expansion at the end of the tournament instead of the at E3, the Nintendo Direct E3. So they might do the same thing with Smash Bros. At the end of the tournament, they might announce Fighter 2 along with 4.0 and show off who it's going to be. I don't really know who it is going to be. A lot of people are saying it's going to be that Dragon Quest guy that no one really cares about. But I don't know. There's been a lot of leaks going around. People are saying it's him. Some other people are saying it's Master Chief. That recently we've gotten the console wars are kind of over, with Xbox kind of now, I guess, helping out Nintendo. And with that, I think we're actually going to get some ports of some Xbox games. People are saying that actually the Cuphead DLC is coming out along with the Switch. It's going to get the update and stuff like that. So I think that might be either shown off at Xbox, though, and then obviously since it's on the Switch, it's going to get that update as well. But yeah, a lot of people are also saying like maybe Devil May Cry ports are gonna come to the Switch, but I don't know. But definitely Fighter Pass 2, whatever it's gonna be, Fighter 2, or not Fighter Pass 2, Fighter Pass 1 with Fighter 2 is definitely gonna be announced at E3. Whether it's at the end of the tournament or at the Nintendo Direct. So, after that, we have Luigi's Mansion 3, which I definitely think it's going to be another main focus. Probably the main focuses are going to be Animal Crossing, Fire Emblem, and Luigi's Mansion 3, because those are 3 major games that are coming out this year, and are definitely a big highlight. So yeah, Luigi Mansion 3, we got gameplay footage of that, and it did say 2019 back in the September Direct, where that was the first game they showed off, and we haven't really got anything else from that. We didn't get anything in the February Direct, so definitely we're gonna get some information, some gameplay, and all that stuff at E3 this year probably, because yeah, like I said, we don't really have any more gameplay other than the one that was shown at the February Direct, or the September Direct, and maybe it'll even be playable, like some levels and stuff like that. But yeah, hopefully we get some like story information, some gameplay changes, and an official release date, which will probably be October, because that's fitting, but who knows with Nintendo. Anyway, another thing that they'll probably show off, not too much, but maybe a little bit here and there, because it is a remake, and that is Zelda's Link's Awakening. So that's probably going to be shown off, because we got information about that back in the February Direct. It is a remake. It has that clay art style similar to like Kirby and the Canvas Curse, which I really like, and looks really cool. We've seen a bit of gameplay in the Direct for February, but hopefully it'll be playable on the show floor. Hopefully it will have an official release date, because it is coming out this year. I think they said December, but I'm not exactly sure. And also talking about Zelda, hopefully we get an official release date of some of the like indie games, like the Crypto and NecroDancer crossover with that, where it's the Crypto and NecroDancer cross Zelda. So hopefully they will show off an official release date of that. I think we got screenshots recently, so maybe we'll get an official release date and a little bit more gameplay, because it is supposed to come out, I think June they said. So if they might even announce it, that it might be available after the presentation. I wouldn't be surprised about that, because like I said, it's supposed to come out June, and it is June. So yeah, another thing that I feel like they're gonna show off is Daemon X Machina. They showed that off in the beginning of E3 last year, and we have seen gameplay. We've even got a prototype demo, which was pretty fun, and I do really like to see more of that, but we haven't seen anything since the prototype demo, which was I think back in February. So we have seen a good amount. It is supposed to come out this year, and definitely want to see more of it and get an official release date. I think it is supposed to come out summer, but don't quote me on that. It might be fall, I don't know, but we'll probably see a good amount of that, or maybe just like a small little trailer, just like how we did last year. But I think they might go a little bit more in depth. So there's that. Then there's also a couple indie games, like probably maybe Shovel Knight King of Cards. We've officially get a release date, because I've been waiting on that for like 3 years now, and yet nothing. So maybe they'll announce that after the presentation as well, as it will be released hopefully. But that, as well as Bloodstained Ritual of the Night, which is supposed to come out in summer, and it's summer already, so hopefully they tell us an official release date and maybe give us another gameplay trailer like they did with the February Direct. So that'd be cool. Also another thing, ports. Switch is known for ports, so we'll definitely get probably a lot more ports to the Switch shown off at E3. Probably maybe even Xbox ports, because like I said, they partnered kind of together, so no more console wars, so maybe we'll get some Xbox ports and stuff. And then of course my predictions, I'm always going to put these in here. Mother 3 and F-Zero. Since Reggie has retired, maybe he'll come in and say, hey, Mother 3 is coming out after the presentation, or something like that. That's all I have for today. I'm gonna go back to playing Animal Crossing New Leaf on my Nintendo 3DS, even though the new one's coming out on the Switch. It hasn't come out yet, so bye. I'm gonna go back to my retirement home. See ya. That's what's gonna happen. I'm predicting it now. So he's gonna do that, and then Miyamoto's gonna come in after that. He's gonna be like, "Yo, we got an F-Zero game for you. Here you go." I know I complained that the Wii U didn't have the controls or whatever to play F-Zero, so now we found a new controller, and it's the DK Bongos. And now you can play F-Zero. You're happy now? And then he leaves and goes to work on another Mario game. Even though he's like, alright, we're gonna get this F-Zero game, but I'm gonna go back to working on a Mario game instead. But yeah, that's what's gonna happen. I'm predicting it. It's definitely gonna happen. But some other predictions that haven't really been shown off or announced, like the other ones I was talking about. Pikmin 4, it's bound to happen sometime, so hopefully that sometime is this year. We had confirmation that the development was all done. It was close to finishing back in 3-4 years ago, so the development's still almost done, guys, right? Yeah, okay. But yeah, definitely Pikmin 4, hopefully. And that's about it. There really isn't much else to show off or talk about. I think that's a pretty good lineup if they do show off all that. There have been leaks here and there. I don't really feel like they're real, but if they are real, then one of the games that was announced on one of the leaks really has got me hyped up. One of the leaks actually said that the new game that Cherry Bomb is making, which is the people who made Hollow Knight, is making their second game with the Scarlet Knight or whatever, is going to be available after the presentation, which brought me a big red flag. But if they do that, that'd be really cool. But I don't think they will, because they announced that like back in April or something, and I doubt that they're finished already and that they're releasing it after the presentation. But one of the leaks also talked about The World Ends With You 2, which would be really, really, really cool, and I'd probably go crazy on that. But I don't think that's going to be happening, especially because Final Remix got released like not too long ago, I think back in October. So because of that, I don't think there's going to be another game, like a sequel. Although it did hint towards a sequel, I don't think it's going to be announced this early. And although, Square Enix is kind of known for putting out final mixes and stuff, like what they do with Kingdom Hearts, which is another thing that people are talking about, is that Kingdom Hearts 1 and 2 final mixes are going to be on the Switch, which I don't really know about, but it could happen. But seeing that Square Enix is known for like final mixes and stuff, it might be possible that, I don't know, like the time difference between like Kingdom Hearts 1 like final mix and then Kingdom Hearts 2, but actually I think final mix was like on PS3 or something like that, so I think Kingdom Hearts 2 was already out. But if they do final mix and then hinting towards a second game, it's definitely possible, and that's like one of my fourth favorite game of all time. So if they announce that, that would be really hype. But I don't know. It's really hard to know with Square Enix and all that stuff. It might even be shown off at Square Enix's E3 instead of Nintendo's, or maybe it'll just be shown off a little bit at Nintendo's and then be highlighted more at Square Enix's E3. But I don't even know if Square Enix is doing an E3. I've seen like the schedule and stuff. I saw like EA, of course, Microsoft, Bethesda. I don't know if Devolver is, but they probably are. But yeah, other than that, they'll probably show off some indie titles like they did, like the fast pace that they did in last year's E3, where they kind of like show off just like little bits, like 10 seconds of gameplay, and then like release dates like below them or above them or whatever. So they might do something like that, like with Shovel Knight King of Cards and like all that stuff. So, yeah, that's kind of what I'm predicting. Let me know about your predictions in the comments if I missed anything. But that's what I think is going to be shown off at E3. I'm definitely going to probably do a live reaction, so that will be on Tuesday. So stay tuned for that. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and stay tuned for more E3 stuff and other things Nintendo right here on Tone Deck. Bye.